All right. Hello, everybody. We are back.
Yeah.
And we still standing on his business.
Yes.
I'm Deborah.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Lisa. I'm Si.
And we are standing on his business.
All right.
Glad to be back, everybody. Ooh, we got a good topic today. We missed y'all. I hope y'all missed us.
We did. We missed you guys.
Yes.
So we have a good topic for you guys today. Wisdom.
Yes.
When we say wisdom, what comes to your mind? Wisdom. Not a fool. I'm just playing.
Well, you know.
Pastor Sarah, wisdom?
Wisdom. Yep, wisdom.
Wisdom.
So I've been studying wisdom
Mm-hmm.
because I've been in the book of Proverbs.
Okay, the wisdom book.
And so let's talk about wisdom today, girls. How about it? So according to the word, because we always standing on what?
His word.
business.
Come on, you better come on.
The book
Come on.
of Proverbs, chapter 9.
Mm-hmm.
And verse 10 says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of
That's
wisdom,
what it said.
and the knowledge of the Holy One's insight.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do y'all think they're talking about here? The fear of the Lord. Let's break that down first.
Yeah.
What is the fear of the Lord?
The reverence. You know, the fears, when we.
We're not talking about feel like be terrified.
Yeah, we talking about
Right,
reverencing him.
But you know what? Sometimes
Yeah.
you might need to be terrified.
Right.
But that's not what we talking about
Right,
right now.
Right. It's like having God in his proper place in your life.
Right.
That's the most that is like the all time of wisdom. Right.
Understanding
That's
who he is.
Yeah.
That's how why it says that's the beginning of it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because when we put God and Christ in their proper place in our lives, everything from that
Falls into
falls into place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
What say you?
That's why the Bible tells us the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. It's the beginning.
Mhm.
And so we reverence God because we want what He has.
Yes, God.
And we reverence our parents.
Yeah.
And you ever have a conversation like, boy, she put the fear.
Oh,
That
yeah.
Mama didn't like me or love me.
Yeah.
Mama loved me. But you know,
Yeah.
the wisdom that she had,
Yes.
you know, that meant I have to obey and be obedient. Otherwise, there's a consequence. It's the same thing with God.
Yeah.
I believe that, and I also want to add reverence, trust, right?
Exactly.
It says the beginning of knowledge, because now I'm understanding that I do not control anything.
That's right.
He controls everything.
Everything.
And so I have to begin to trust Him for everything I do.
It's so much freedom in that
Oh
too.
God, yes.
We worked for a long time. I
Yes.
can't speak for y'all, but I can speak for myself.
Yes.
How I wanted to have control
Right.
of everything. I didn't want to
I
control
still have
you.
some problems with that.
Yeah, I didn't want to control you. I just want to be in control of me and the
Yeah.
things concerning me.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you happen to be
Yeah.
in that pool,
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
then I want to
Yeah.
control you too.
Yeah.
Right, but when you put God in his proper place, like you said, trusting Him,
Yeah.
reverencing Him, trusting Him, knowing that He knows everything.
Yeah.
He's our Creator. He's the giver. He's the sustainer of our lives. He does way more than our little finite minds can ever come up with, right? And so when we start trusting Him, learning to trust Him, because it's learned. When we start learning to trust Him, there's so much wisdom.
And it's forever learning.
Yeah.
It's forever learning.
There are different levels for it.
Right.
And when you don't, the second part of that scripture say, but fools despise wisdom
Yes,
and
they do.
instruction.
Okay.
Mhm.
Right?
Well, of course they do.
Yeah.
So,
Why would I want you to tell me something? I already know everything.
Yeah,
Well,
Right.
might I say this? I think there's a lot of fools
Mm-hmm. Well,
inside the church.
if you're gonna be like Lisa and say it, then I'm just
And,
gonna let
and
you say it.
listen, fools
I'm
is
just gonna
not
let
a,
you say
let us put a disclaimer, it's not a person, it's a characteristic.
Let's do that.
If you're beginning in the fear of the Lord,
Yes.
it involves what you said, awe and reverence, but it's
Yeah.
a deep.
Yeah.
You got to keep going deep. And what did you just say? It's forever.
It's forever.
This is not something that you
No, it's
obtain overnight. This is
No,
a
this
daily
is
daily
forever. This is
thing.
for living.
Yes,
You got to do it every
This is
day.
for living.
every day.
So you got to see things from God's perspective.
Mhm.
I'm right there with you, Sal. I
You
like
You
to
do,
control.
even when you don't agree with what he is saying,
Mhm.
Because I think church folk can be unrealistic.
Absolutely.
We, we're like, well, God knows everything. Of course He knows everything, but it doesn't mean that we agree.
Right.
Come on. And people, you know what?
Wisdom
They
is to
don't-
do it anyway,
they
even though
don't-
you don't agree and don't
I
understand
think
it.
maybe they feel like reverence is not to disagree.
Yes.
Because a lot of people don't even have a really good working definition, right?
Yeah, right.
So maybe you feel like I can't disagree. God, that's God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
But God tells us
Yes, He does.
Yeah.
in the book, come boldly,
Yeah.
make it plain.
Make your request known.
See, He tells us to
Yeah.
do these things, but I still think that sometimes if you're still bound, because some people are still bound.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I think, that word reverence, I think they misunderstand that word. They don't have a working definition for that
Yeah.
word.
Yeah, for reverence.
Because I was listening to a young lady, and I know she loves the Lord, but she doesn't have freedom in Him. She doesn't have freedom in her relationship with Him. And she feels like she can't really speak what's honestly in her heart out loud.
Right.
That's a crippling place to be.
It is.
Well, it's the same thing that I've been saying to this church. It is not about the address that is over your door of the building that you go, because it's just a building.
It's a building.
I mean, we're inside the church building, but this is just a building.
Mhm.
Y'all,
We
we
the
the
church.
church.
We the church.
When we go out, and it's not about obtaining all this knowledge so you can spout all these things, but what are you applying to? That's what I'm learning in my walk. What is it that I'm applying that He is showing me? The
That's good.
beginning of wisdom is applying what He's
Yeah.
showing to
That's
me.
good. That's good. Applying the wisdom.
Applying.
I had it broke
Wisdom,
down.
I have wisdom is knowledge and insight. It's having the capacity to understand and navigate your life from God's perspective.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's a real
Not
good.
just knowing the right thing, but
Yeah.
How to
doing the
do it.
right
So
thing.
for me,
Exactly.
because we talked about different angles of
Mhm.
wisdom, so that took me where I looked into Solomon.
Mhm.
And it talks
Yeah.
about how he didn't know what to do or how to lead those people, right?
Exactly.
So he asked God.
Yes, God.
He asked God for direction and instruction,
Mhm.
and when he did it God's way, God
Everything.
blessed him
Come
with
on.
everything else.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's so good.
I trusted God for everything. I just believe, and then you just get caught
You
up.
do.
You
You
get
do.
caught up.
You
And
do.
it's so important to trust God
Yeah.
and use godly wisdom in everything. And when you
That's
use
just
it,
your question.
and
And not
everybody
be
ain't
besmirching the
there.
name.
Everybody ain't there. So
No.
people use a lot of worldly wisdom in the church.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the church.
That's the word right there.
We're striving.
Because when you're striving,
Yeah.
it's your own efforts.
Exactly.
When you're striving. But I was reading in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58 today, where it says, be steadfast,
Unmovable.
unmovable, always abounding.
Yes, God.
Right.
Right. So, and you know that your labor is not in vain. So just keep on doing it. It's the consistency
Yes.
Of a thing.
Yes.
of a thing. Instead of us striving so much and being so set, because life changes.
All the time.
Right.
Right. So, in 2016, I say when I first restarted my walk with Christ, I was a single woman, and so I could pray into the midnight hours. I could fast. I go to church. I could be on all these trips and all this kind of stuff all the time. Then I got married. Well,
Life changed.
things change. Right? You can't be laying and praying all day long.
No.
Okay, because you got a husband now, and he wants you to lay beside him sometimes too. Okay, so that wisdom says it's time to adjust.
Yeah.
So if I didn't use wisdom, the wisdom of God, let God lead me in how to make that change, but I'm stuck because this is how I have to do it. I have to get up at 4 a.m. and pray, and then at 5 I have to, you cannot. That's striving.
And if you don't, if you don't
gets stuck
bend
in a
your
rut.
break,
Yeah.
you don't bend your break. You have to be fluid in Jesus.
Yeah.
Because you never know which way He's gonna take
But
you.
what about all of the churches that are not fluid? Though wisdom is such an intricate part of the Christian life.
Yeah.
We are trying to, what I've really been feeling the Holy Spirit saying, what I was telling y'all the other night, what are we cultivating in the church? And that's what He's been saying to me. I have a young lady, single mother, and Wednesday night she came to Bible study. She was 30 minutes late. No big deal. It was great. She got in there. she's hungry.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I've said, and I will continue to say to people, because for me, I can only say for me, I grew up in the church. I mean, I've been in church forever and ever.
Yeah.
We forget sometimes that people don't come into the body of Christ trained. They don't know what we're talking about, like you said.
Which should be happening
reverence,
tonight,
wisdom, all these kind of things.
It might be better to be unchurched.
Yeah, she's sitting there hungry with her 2-year-old baby beside her, and she's like, she's making so much noise. I said, let her make noise.
Right.
Let her make noise. But you're sitting here and she's hearing and you're receiving it. I mean, by the time we got finished and we went, I'm not saying we go over because we don't have a time frame,
Right.
but we went longer because I wanted to hear and answer. We got to talking about fasting.
Yeah.
She said, well, this is what I'm talking about. Putting wisdom out there so that people can understand how to apply it to their everyday lives. If you talk up here all the time, they don't understand.
Right.
Thee thou, oh, be
Right.
holy, we're going to sing a song, I mean,
And
that's
they need
not
to
gonna
know
work.
that wisdom is not wisdom anointed is not just for the church.
Right.
Wisdom.
For everybody.
It's
Wisdom.
really life.
Wisdom in the Hebrew is chakwa.
Who cares?
Like, who cares, man?